Hello everyone, Thomas Turner here, and today I'm going to show you how to use style sheets in HTML and so you can link a CSS file to a HTML file. Okay, so let's get straight into it. First of all, we're going to make a new folder. We're going to call this website or whatever you want, really, doesn't matter. Now we're going to open up Atom.io, since this is the text editor which I love using. Can use pretty much any. If you install plugins like CSS combo, stuff like that, it does help with shortcuts. Okay, so let me just delete all my old projects. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go save as. I'm going to save this file as index.html. I'm going to go and save it in the website folder. So now we've created this index.html inside desktop and then website. So now I'm going to go and create a new file. I'm going to call this CSS style.css. So I'm going to create a new folder called CSS. I'm going to call this style.css. Okay, so in the CSS file you have all the styling and what you want the website, text, colors, size, things like that. And inside the HTML we have the structure of the website. HTML means hyper text makeup language, and CSS means cascading style sheets. Okay, so what we're going to do first is connect both the HTML to the CSS file. So what I'm going to do is do left arrow, and then I'm going to put link. Since I'm using Atom.io, I can just use the shortcut. So pretty much you need to write all this out. We do not need this end bit. We just no title. There we go. So what I'd usually have a title here instead of in the style sheet. I'll have title. Then close, and then to new website. Oh no, actually home, and then I'd maybe break it up with this welcome, and then I'd close the title. Okay, as you can see that Atom.io, it saves lots of time. Instead of typing all this out, all the shortcuts do help a lot. So we've got the style CSS in desktop in the website folder, then it goes CSS/CSS, and it's called style.css. And then here, let's say we've got another one. If we wanted one for a slideshow, we'll just do slideshow. If we wanted one, you know, we can just make as many as we want, same format, with no hassle at all. Okay, so how do you know this is actually going to work? So what we're going to do now, I'm going to create a body. So a body in a website, you have three different sections. You have a header, head, header, or head, it doesn't really matter what it is. And on here we can have all different classes if we want, which can create in the .css. Currently we have none, but yeah, usually there's a header, there's a body, and then there's a footer. So I'm going to close that, and I'm going to create the footer. I've already closed it. Footer. You see all the shortcuts, they save so much time, but I'm not going to use them for this. Alright, so yeah, so now we can break it down. We got the header, we got the body, we got the footer. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing here, I'm going to make a H1, which means heading 1, and if we have a class we can change the class, but we're not going to. We're just going to use very simple CSS today for some reason. Yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, and I'm going to put this is heading 1, and then we're going to have a heading 2 here, heading H2. Oh no, this is actually annoying. So H2, and this is heading 2. Alright, so now we've got heading. You can have up to 6 headings, I believe, with HTML. You can have the other ones, let's say we wanted a small class. So now let's see, and we're going to use a class as well, in fact. So let's say we wanted a small class. Let's say we're going to create a heading 3 as well, h3, and we're going to, oh no, h3, and we're going to call this small. So let's say we want it, actually we're going to make it bold, so we're going to make a class just for bold. Okay, and now this is heading 3. Alright, so now we've got all 3 headings. They're looking not too bad. One thing what I could do, since I've got the beautify package, I could just click here and it'll make it a bit more neater. That's the word. Alright, yeah, so I'll just make things a tad more neater. So yeah, so there we go. So now in the style.css, so we know that it's working. So now I'm going to make a heading, and how I'm going to do this is I'm going to do h1 outer bracket, and we're going to do color of the text. It's going to be red. And what else we're going to do? And we can do text decoration. Oh yeah. So you do red, then you close it, and then we can do a new one. Text align, text, what should we do? We can do text decoration, underline, and close it like so. And we can do text size. Oh no, I think it's font size, my mistake. Font size 40px. Yeah, so there we go. So now how can we test this? So what we'll have to do is go into here, and we can open it in a web browser of our choice. I'm going to use Firefox, and as we can see here, the heading 1, it looks bigger than the rest, but I think that is because it's default. We've got no color, we've got no underlining, so this is because they're not linked up properly for some reason. I think it's because I've got a / here. Let's not add the /. Yep, and that is correct. Since we're not on a server, it's not looking through the files from like a web server. So yeah, since we're on Windows, it's just looking through the next available file instead of going through other files. Like, it's just how it works. That's the easiest way I can say it. Okay, so as we can see here, we've got this heading 1, and it's like that. So now if we make a small, and now let's say for a small one, the text decoration, text align. Check out Treehouse, the best online learning platform for developers. You can learn any coding language from simple HTML to complicated JavaScript. You can even learn how to code an app for iOS or Android. Check them out now, and you can get a 7-day free trial. I've been using them recently and they're great, so check them out with a link in the description left. And we want the font size to be 10px. So now if I go to the bold, sorry, let's call this bold since the class is called bold, and let's say I wanted this class to be and then we're going to go to text decoration. Forgot to close the last one. Text decoration. No, that is incorrect. Text weight, I remember. Yeah, font weight, my mistake. And we want this to be bold. So as soon as we have the bold CSS, so now if we create a class here, so here, so class equals bold. And yep, so now it isn't working because we need to add a dot. Now it works. So as you can see, now we've added the class on the .css. So basically what this has done is made the font 10 pixels. Now if I remove the size, and now this bold, it's make the alignment left. It already was. We could make this right, so we can see the differences. And it's made the weight bold, or we could change it to 400, 900, whatever we wanted with it. 900, I believe that is bold. Yep. Or we can make it 2000, make it ridiculously big. I don't know, I believe 900 is the limit. Okay, so now yeah, so we can make it 300 and make, you know, just the little add-ons. Let's say we wanted some italic font style, I believe it is. Yeah, italic. And now it's made it italic. See, these little add-ons, they do help. Instead of having a big CSS, you can just add lots of different classes and it'll make things much more easier to use. And now let's go to heading 2. So what do we want heading 2 to be? Heading 2, so H2. And we're going to make this text color. So we're going to use color. And we're going to put this blue. What else could we do? Actually, I've got a better idea. What we're going to use, I'm going to use a plugin right now, or you can go to the link in the description to the hex viewer. So if we have a look here, where is it? It's disappeared. Never mind. So yep, so what you could do, you could go to a website like Hex Colors and you could get a hex color like so. I did have a color picker add-on, package. Did have a color pick, but it's disappeared for some reason. So instead we're just going to use this web browser and we're just going to use this, bam. And here you can have different colors. You can use RGB. So let's say we wanted a yeah, if we wanted it see-through or something, you could always change it. For some reason, oh, there we go, I found it, never mind. Yeah, so here we can change it. So my eyesight must have gone or something. But anyway, yeah, so now I found it. So the color picker, instead of going to this website and changing and copy and pasting, here we get the live version of what we want it to be. So let's say we wanted it transparent, we'd take away maybe this, and this just basically shows us a preview of the color. Or if we wanted 0, you know, and then you can just keep them refreshing. Since I forgot to close it, so now I've closed the class and it should update. For some reason we're not getting a good result. Let's go to color picker. My mistake. Color picker. We're just gonna pick a different type of color, so we're gonna go to hex. I'm just gonna use this, and now it's changed the color, as we can see. And if we wanted, you know, we can add whatever we want. Whether font size 30px. If we wanted the font, you know, it's just all about messing about. Font family, we can change the font family to really whatever we want. Sans serif, that'll make it a bit more neater. Or we could do fantasy. And one thing, and we can start embedding fonts if we really want. We could import at import. There we go. Come on. So then file name. And then on this file name we'd find the font what we wanted, or image or whatever we wanted. And what else could we do? We can do font, style, weight, variation, size adjustment, whatever you, it's really whatever you want. Color, background, dash color, red, and we could have background color like so. Now I'm going to go to H3. We can even be more creative with this one. So now we can do color, and we can do color picker once again. Or could it inherit it? So this would inherit the color from number 2. So let's have a look. Maybe not. But so now let's do the color picker again. Now we've changed that, and now we want a font. Now we want the text to be bigger, so we could do font size 20 pixels. do text alignment, or I think what else could we do? Could do font alignment, or family, or what else can lines of content. No, it isn't that. I've forgotten how to align something, but it's just all about messing about. So now let's say we wanted font style italic, we wanted font yeah, text alignment, text align, center, text shadow black, you know, pretty much anything we wanted. I'm not too sure what text shadow does, to be honest, but that's the thing, you got to research what each class does. It's very easy once you get used to it. For some reason it's going to the right instead of the center. It's because we've got the bold class on. So now if we remove this bold class, we should, there we go. So yeah, this is pretty much the fundamentals of CSS. And now for the body, so now for the body we can use color, red, no actually green, and we should change the, nope, that's not working, background color of the body. There we go. So this is pretty much the fundamentals of how to connect a CSS to HTML. It's a very simple process. I'll be doing more videos like this in the future. I hope you've learned something, and please don't be afraid to comment, rate, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Have a great day and peace out.